Yay! Is the lighting good? I have my glasses on, but like I still can't tell if the lighting's good. It's terrible. Guys, I'm going blind. Hello, my beautiful people. A couple weeks ago, I got a request to do life updates, just to keep y'all in the loop of what I'm doing now that I'm graduated and I'm done with gymnastics and all that stuff. So, considering the procedure I had done, to my knee, I figured this was a perfect opportunity to do a life update. Where to begin? So basically, I'm just gonna take y'all through the process of where I am today. This is like the past, and I'm the present. So my knee has been causing me issues for as long as I can remember, and has been like my main injury for all this time. When I was around 11 years old, I damaged some blood vessels in my knee joint, probably from tumbling, because gymnastics, that's what we do. We tumble and we just do a lot with our body. So that makes sense as to why that happened. Your bones and cartilage need blood and that nutrients to function properly, and the fact that I cut off that circulation, that area of cartilage and bone started to die off. Essentially, that's what happens. It got to the point where I needed my first surgery at 13, and they basically just, it was a micro fracture drilling. So they drilled holes in the side of my knee. I still have my little scar. And I remember it was so cool because I remember getting pictures of like the drill going like into my bone because it was an x-ray, and it just looked super cool. And to this day, I don't know where it is, and I'm really sad because that was like the coolest picture I've ever seen in my life. Well, besides the pictures from this surgery. But anyways, so yeah, that was my first surgery. Basically, they drilled holes to get blood to that area that wasn't receiving blood, but eventually the holes are gonna close up and blood is gonna continue to not go there. So it healed kind of, but not completely. That surgery got me basically to UCLA. I still had issues. I had relapses. I, was still dealing with my knee, but it was manageable for me to, at least get to college and do what I did as a Bruin. My knee decided to freak out on me sophomore year at UCLA, and it was kind of weird how it happened. So we went to Woodward, and it was for fall training, like before like preseason and stuff. And I was warming up, running around, and I feel like something click. And then all of a sudden my knee like wouldn't bend or straighten, and it felt like something was lodged in my joint and I couldn't get it out. Hobbling over to my trainer, and I was like, yeah, something's going on with my knee and I don't know what's happening, but like can't bend or straighten it, so can I just chill here for a second while I like try and figure this out? Because I really was fine. I was kind of messing around with it a little bit, and then whatever was lodged in my joint, I like got it to move, and I had full range of motion, which is like super weird. And when it wasn't lodged in my joint, like sometimes I could see it, like it would be like on the medial side, and then it'd be like over here, and then it would be like in the back of my knee, and I could like legit feel it and kind of move it around. And sometimes I'd like try and move it to like where it wouldn't like go back in my joint, but I obviously had zero control over that. So basically, finish camp, go back to UCLA, have my MRI, I have my x-rays, and basically that area of cartilage and bone that was damaged, a piece of that broke off, and it was a pretty significant piece to the point where it would like lodge in my joint. So I had the option of whether to have surgery and remove it or just rehab and work through it. And I was like, I might as well have surgery, because like why would I try and just deal with it when I could just take it out and then like be done with it, right? They basically went in with the scope, looked around to make sure there was no more damage, and then they just plucked out that loose body and then sewed me back up, and I was good. I was on crutches for not too long, and I was jogging within 4 weeks, so it was like a really quick recovery. So then all of sophomore year, didn't really have issues with it. It wasn't until junior and senior year that doing vault and floor really irritated my knee. I love floor. I love performing. I love dancing. That's like what I genuinely love to do. And the fact that I had to limit my impact and basically take myself off of that event was like made me a little sad a little bit, I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of just had to make some sacrifices, and if I wanted to contribute on bars and save my knee for those dismount landings, we had to make the decision to take me off of vault and floor so I can do bars and so I can land and not be in agonizing pain. At least I was able to, you know, do my floor routine for the senior meet. And that's basically the last time I tumbled because that's basically all my knee could take. So we started talking about options of what I could do, and I didn't even know about this procedure, but apparently you can do a cartilage replacement, and that's basically what I had done. So this surgery, which was completely different than any other surgery that I've had, they had to make like the long incision in the front of my knee, and my other surgeries were just arthroscopic, you know, like with the little tiny holes and they go in with the scope. But this one they had to open up my knee completely to be able to make the cartilage replacement transplant. What they did is they opened up my knee, the lesion, like the area of like damaged bone and cartilage, they drilled all of that out. They made the perfect circle to just kind of like cut that out, and the replacement is from a cadaver, and it's a bone graft, so and they plugged that in. They also had to take bone marrow from my hip, and bro, my hip is still sore from that. Apparently the needle was like this long, and I'm actually really happy I was already asleep for that, because I probably would have cried. Considering how sore my hip was after, when I woke up, definitely that wouldn't have gone well. So they basically just had to soak the bone graft that they took from the cadaver in like my cells, like in my bone marrow, then plug it in to my knee. So yeah. My recovery time, basically, I'm on crutches. These lovely things that I just, gosh, we're best friends right now. I'm complete non-weight bearing for 2 weeks, and then I'm partial non-weight bearing for another 2 weeks. So I'm basically using those crutches for 4 weeks. Full recovery is 4 to 6 months, and basically I have to wait for my body to accept the new cartilage and just nurse it and really just accept the bone graft like a mother hen taking in its little chickens. That's honestly the best way I could describe it. But yeah, here's my contraption. This is my CPM, and it basically bends and straightens my knee for me, just to help me get my range of motion back. So that's fun. I have to sit in here for like 3 to 5 hours. You know, you gotta watch a couple movies sitting here that long. I wasn't trying to make this video super long. I just wanted to explain like why I had knee surgery and answer the questions that I received on Instagram and stuff. This surgery was kind of a big deal. This was like the big dog surgery. This wasn't just like a little baby surgery. That's basically it. That's a little life update. That's basically what I'm doing right now. Come the fall, I will definitely be walking and doing other stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all later.